I was supposed to see her. She wasn't supposed to see me.
So what?
Well, ordinarily, I wouldn't mind. Well, I just got back from swimming in the pool.
You mean shrinkage?
Yes! Significant shrinkage. Do women know about shrinkage?
What do you mean, like laundry?
No.
Like when a man goes swimming?
It shrinks?
Like a frightened turtle.
I don't know how you guys walk around with those things.
Created by Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld, Seinfeld aired from 1989 to 1998 and became famous for its unique comedic style. Frequently dubbed a show about nothing, it found humor in everyday moments, whether it was standing in line, misplacing something important, or navigating the awkward world of dating. Here are 10 weird facts you may not know. I say may, because you may be a superfan and know it all. In any case, I hope you enjoy the video. Be sure to stay to the end for a bonus fact.
Oh, Newman.
You looking for someone?
Don't play coy with me, Newman. I'm not in the mood.
Coy? I'm not being coy.
Number 1. In Seinfeld's pilot episode, the character we now know as Kramer was originally named Kessler. This was because Kenny Kramer, Larry David's former neighbor and the real-life inspiration, was initially reluctant to let the show use his name. Eventually, he gave in. While he claims he only received $1,000 for the name rights, he later found other ways to cash in, most notably through his Kramer's Reality Tour, a bus tour inspired by the show.
The very first tour we did was in the pouring rain, and when we got up to that restaurant and people got off the bus in pouring rain to have their pictures taken with me, I knew then that it was going to work.
Number 2. The iconic diner featured in Seinfeld's exterior shots is well known to fans. While the gang regularly gathered at Monk's Diner on the show, the real-life location is Tom's Restaurant, situated at Broadway and West 112th Street in New York City. Throughout the show's run, the first booth, which often appeared in shots, was auctioned off to fans. All of these impressive bids were ultimately donated to charity.
I think you may have overcharged us. What is this?
That's the extra toast. Get it?
Got it. Did you see the way she pointed at the check? She gave me the finger.
Number 3. The Seinfeld team made a bold decision when they unexpectedly killed off Susan Ross, George's ill-fated fiancée. Introduced in season 4 as an NBC executive, Susan eventually became engaged to George, who, true to form, immediately regretted it and looked for ways to escape.
Yes, we'd like some wedding invitations.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Her shocking demise came when she was poisoned by toxic wedding invitation envelopes. According to Jason Alexander, Heidi Swedenborg's comedic style didn't quite mesh with the rest of the cast. At one point, Julia Louis-Dreyfus jokingly asked, "Don't you just want to kill her?" To which Larry David responded with a decisive kabang. And just like that, Susan's fate was sealed.
She's, gone.
Dead?
I'm so sorry, George.
Poor Lily.
Number 4. It's difficult to picture anyone but Jason Alexander as George. But according to Jerry Seinfeld, he wasn't the first pick. In an interview, Seinfeld revealed that he had desperately tried to convince comedian Jake Johansson to take the role. However, Johansson turned it down, leaving the door open for Alexander to make the character his own.
I know.
All right, okay, let's go. Details.
Nah, I can't give details.
You what?
I can't give details. I'm not in the mood.
You're not in the mood? Well, you get in the mood.
Number 5. One of the most controversial episodes, The Contest.
My mother caught me.
Caught you doing what?
You know.
Revolves around the gang competing to see who can go the longest without indulging in the act of self-pleasuring. It was written by the show's co-creator, Larry David. According to Kenny Kramer, the real-life inspiration for the episode came from an actual contest that David and his friends once held, one that David ultimately won after lasting 3 weeks. When David first considered using the idea, he hesitated to bring it up with Jerry Seinfeld, believing it would be too difficult to pitch. However, when he finally did, Seinfeld loved it.
I'm out.
What?
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out of the contest.
Wow, that was fast.
Well, it was that woman across the street.
If you're enjoying this video, please don't disappoint Jerry and the gang. Tap the like button. Thanks. Now back to the countdown.
Do it. Don't do it for my sake. God knows I don't ask you for much. Now, come on, please, Jerry. I'm begging you, please.
Number 6. At 5 months pregnant, Julia Louis-Dreyfus faced the challenge of hiding her growing belly since her character, Elaine, wasn't expecting. The writers and wardrobe team had to get creative to conceal it on screen. Jerry Seinfeld, however, didn't exactly ease the situation. With his signature dry humor, he quipped, "I have a great idea. What if Elaine just gets fat this season?" Though likely meant as a joke, the comment hit a nerve, and Louis-Dreyfus burst into tears. Ultimately, the showrunners opted to disguise her pregnancy with oversized coats and strategically placed props. Number 7. The original female lead wasn't supposed to be Elaine, but a coffee shop waitress named Claire, who served as a sounding board for Jerry and George. Actress Lee Garlington, who played Claire in the pilot, recalled, "When we shot the pilot, I was the girl in Seinfeld, but they didn't pick up my contract." Jason Alexander claimed it was because she rewrote her lines, while according to Seinfeld, they simply needed a character with a deeper connection to the group.
Why'd you have a fake?
Of course.
Really? And the guy never knows?
Yeah.
How can he not know that?
You didn't know.
You faked with me?
Yeah.
You faked with me?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You faked it.
I faked it.
What about the breathing, the panting, the moaning, the screaming?
Fake, 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 fake.
How many times did you do this?
All the time.
All the time.
Number 8. Elaine's father was meant to be a recurring character, but the actor behind him was so intimidating that he never returned. Elaine's dad was inspired by Richard Yates, author of Revolutionary Road, and the real-life father of Larry David's ex, Monica Yates. When legendary tough guy Lawrence Tierney was cast in the role for the Season 2 episode The Jacket, his intense presence unnerved the cast. The final straw came when Jerry Seinfeld caught him trying to smuggle a butcher knife from the set under his jacket.
Excuse me, Mr. Bennis.
Yeah?
I'm Jerry Elaine's friend. This is George.
It's a great thrill to meet you, sir.
Number 9. Larry David set a strict rule for Seinfeld. No hugging, no learning. He wanted to steer clear of sentimentality and character growth, ensuring the show stayed true to its comedic core. People don't realize Seinfeld is actually a dark show. David once explained, "If you really look at the stories, awful things happen. People get fired, relationships end in brutal ways, and someone's even told they need a nose job. That's just my sense of humor."
It's amazing how many beautiful women live in New York. I actually find it kind of intimidating.
Well, you're as pretty as any of them. Just need a nose job.
Number 10. Yankees owner George Steinbrenner was a frequent presence on Seinfeld, though always as a faceless, fast-talking character, voiced by Larry David.
Hey, you little kids! Who are you people? Come here!
However, the real Steinbrenner was actually game to appear on the show, and even filmed a scene where he awkwardly suggests taking Elaine as his date to George's wedding. Unfortunately, according to Larry David, and despite his willingness to play along, Steinbrenner was so bad the footage had to be scrapped.
And he said Steinbrenner shot a scene, but it was so bad you cut it. Is that a true story?
True story, yeah. We brought him out, I think, for the last show of the 95 season. I'm not quite sure. And okay, he did it. And then I go into editing and I'm watching the show. He was so bad. You couldn't use it. It was much better from behind with my voice.
Now for a bonus fact. Despite spending nearly a decade working together across 180 episodes, Michael Richards remained something of a mystery to his Seinfeld co-stars. Known for his wild, unpredictable portrayal of Kramer, Richards was intensely dedicated to his craft, often staying in character even when the cameras weren't rolling. His commitment to comedy was so relentless that Jason Alexander once pleaded with him to dial it back. Richards was so consistently hilarious that Alexander kept breaking character, forcing multiple retakes. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope to see you again real soon.
Artistic integrity. Where did you come up with that? You're not artistic, and you have no integrity.